Today I have the C4 Performance Energy Frozen Bombsicle, whatever that means. Zero sugar, of course. Energy that hits is what it says. Caffeine 165, taurine 1250. There is a healthy dose of B12, but no B6. Niacin. No riboflavin. That's about it. Not recommended for those under 14 years old. Ooh. Thankfully, I've passed that milestone. Yeah, we'll see how this is. This C4 explosive thing. Now, I'm going to assume this is going to be blue, but you never know these days. Oh my god, it's not. It's totally not blue. I think a lot of these are going to be clear because they just assume you're going to drink it out of the can, man. They don't think, they're not going to bother putting food coloring in that shit. All right, there it is. The C4 Frozen Bombsicle. A very interesting carbonation pattern here. It's almost completely gone immediately, which is usually a good sign, but there's little bits of carbonation coming up, almost like it's beer. I don't think copitas will be involved. That's correct. Yeah, you're right. There's no undissolved particles in this one, like the rain. I'm interested to see if we crack open other rains and if they're also like that. Maybe I had a shit one. Maybe I shouldn't have drank that one. But yeah, it's like there's little small bubbles coming up, which reminds me of like a beer. It's kind of weird. Yeah, that's our beverage here. Natural color, I suppose. Now, this one might be chill filtered, considering there is no solid floaters, but definitely of natural color, I suppose. All right. It smells faintly like rocket popsicles. But I want to be clear, it's very faint. It's a very faint rocket popsicle aroma. That kind of like fresh, artificial ice sweetness. And there's like something like, it's hard to explain how I get a note like this, but there's something like dusty about it. Like there's something on the aroma that's like a layer of dust. It's like a dusty rocket popsicle. It's like you dropped your rocket popsicle in an attic and you picked it back up. There's just a faint bit of something like stale about it. I'm assuming it's probably something to do with an artificial sweetener. What sweeteners do they use in here? Sucralose, sulfame, potassium. This says caffeine anhydrous. What does that even mean? I actually don't know. But yeah, it's like Ah, man, it's so weird. It's definitely got a dusty note, and I don't know how to explain how that happens. It's got to be something to do with some chemical in there, and when it becomes volatile and olfactory, it like presents dusty. But that's it. Yeah, slightly dusty rocket popsicle. All right. C4 frozen bombsicle on the palate. Cheers. It's pretty damn good, actually. You do start to get that artificial sweetener taste at the end, though, on the back of the finish. Yeah, it kind of like actually goes down like a popsicle would. Great level of carbonation, right on. Carbonated, but not too much. Reasonable mouthfeel. Finish is a little fake sugary, like chemically. That's the only like super duper flaw. And that like, man, I don't know how. I don't really understand. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how you get that dusty note in there. You know. It's definitely there. It's not. I'm not making it up, man. It's got like a dusty, like old sock kind of dusty note. It's so weird. They're not supposed to smell this, I think. It's like behind the like slight rocket pop note. It's definitely in there though. That being said, palate's doing that like that thing where like that first couple sips were right on, and now it's kind of like getting weird. It's like your brain is like gets used to that artificial flavor, whatever it is, like really quickly. It's kind of like deteriorating now. It always seems to deteriorate into this like slightly sweet lemon citrus, kind of slightly acidic thing. Like my first couple sips were like bang on, like super rocket popsicle. But now it's kind of like devolved into like just like this lemon citrus thing. With a slight artificial sweetener chemically thing in the back palate and the finish. Finish is trash. Frankly. Alright. Let's see if we can do some numbers here. On this one C4 frozen bombsicle energy drink. Alright, so again, on the aroma, there's a nice, kind of a nice, sweet rocket pop thing, but it has a weird dusty element, which you know, if we're talking about whiskey, like a dusty note is not like a problem, but It doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right on something like this to have a dusty note. You know what I mean? It's like if an energy drink had a leather note or peat or a peat note. That doesn't seem right, you know. It's not the right kind of drink for that. So I think that's kind of an off. I'd call that probably an off flavor. And the intensity is not great. We're gonna give the aroma a strong 9. Strong. All right. Let's talk about the palate, which to me, like, at first felt pretty redeeming. It tasted pretty damn good. And then, like, after you had a few sips, your brain was like, I won't be fooled by this ruse anymore. This is actually garbage. It's like on the attack, there's sweet ice pop note, and then it'll like transitions into like some kind of weird sweet lemony thing. And by the back palate, it's like chemicals. And the finish is non-existent to chemically. It's not great, to be honest. It's kind of pretty like one notey. Let's give it a 12. All right, now the finish. Again, I haven't gotten anything on the finish yet except for like a slightly artificial sweetener chemical taste. But what I've noticed is, again, and I've been doing this every time we do a review, is when we talk about finish, I kind of try to get a larger portion, because I think this just needs more in order to have a real impact. And again, I don't think you're sipping this necessarily like a whiskey would. And when you sip a drink like this, it doesn't really hit the finish very well. So we're just going to try to haul on it a little bit and then... Ah, man, it's still terrible, though. It's got, like, nothing. It's nothing into chemically aftertaste. Slightly detracting. 8 out of 25. Mosey's back here to start shit, as he is wont to do. Alright, that being said, all these negative things being said, the texture of this particular one is actually pretty good. The carbonation's right on. Mouth feels pretty reasonable. But a strong 8 for texture. What's that? C4 Frozen Bombsicle.
Nice. C4 is like a certain gym type thing.
There's a certain gym type that uses this. Okay.
I actually really like that.
It's really good in the first 2 sips.
Oh yeah, it gets worse.
And then it kind of like goes to shit. Alright, so my personal experience out of 15 with this one, C4 Frozen Bombsicle. So, flavor is actually pretty good right at first. But then as soon as your brain, I think, got used to whatever chemicals they use to make it taste good, it kind of really just went to shit for me. It's like by sip 3 and 4, like you're kind of in this like weird lemony realm, this weird sweetened lemony taste realm. And the artificial sweetener chemical taste is readily apparent for me. It's not well disguised. A lot of these drinks, I find they use an overabundance of carbonation to eliminate that kind of artificial sweetener taste, because it kind of like hits around the same time, if that makes any sense. This one did a great job with the carbonation. The carbonation was spot on, but that means that it had to reveal its artificial sweetener cocktail flavors because it wasn't covered up by excess carbonation. So it has like points in the plus column for not being overcarbonated and showing true flavors, and points in the negative column for like tasting like artificial sweetener. The other thing I'll say, like just on the rip, is the particular energy cocktail in this one is weird to maybe not your preference. It's a little different than the other ones. It lacks in certain energy components, and it has low doses of others. So you might want to make sure that you're okay with that, I suppose. It's less potent than a Monster or a Red Bull, if that makes any sense, but still has enough caffeine to get you through in that way. So why would one pick the C4 Frozen Bombsicle Energy over something else? I don't know. I feel like there's got to be a brand that does Frozen Rocket Popsicle better than this. If we're just talking about flavor, you know, it doesn't have a bad flavor initially, but it kind of doesn't stand up after a few drinks. And I got to imagine somebody's doing this flavor better than this. It feels like an easy flavor to pull off, and it wasn't really a bang-on success here. So in that way, this particular can for me is quite forgettable. We'll give it a 3 out of 15 in that regard. All right, so 9 and 12 and 8 and 8. Great texture though. The 3 is 40 out of 100. This is okay. You know what? It's okay. It's okay.